Let me ask you a question. Have you ever met someone who is incredibly talented but struggles to make an impact? On the other hand, have you seen people with average abilities but yet they become more successful, more respected, more influential in the society? Then someone will want to ask, why does this happen? Because talent and value are not the same thing. This is why we're going to be talking about this in depthly. Hello, everyone. You're welcome to Mom's About Talks Daily Podcast, where we talk about things that are going to improve your relationship, your family life, your business, success stories, and also your self development. Thank you for joining in. This is your first time. Don't forget to click on the plus sign to follow, share this podcast, download this episode. Thank you and God bless you. This podcast is open freely to everyone who want to talk about something that aligns with Momziba Talks Daily Podcast. And then you can reach me via my mobile line 081 or you can reach me via my email momziba@gmail.com, mumzibah@gmail.com, or you can reach me via my website at momziba.com. So back to what we are talking about. Is your talent a value? Because talent and value are not the same thing. As I said earlier, talent is what you can do naturally. Value is what your talent does for other people, does for the society, does for your family, does for your business. Now, many people spend years discovering that talent, but never stop to ask a more important question: does my talent create value? Think about it this way: a beautiful singing voice is a talent, no doubt. But if that voice inspires people, entertains audiences, teaches others, or generates opportunities, it now becomes a value, because a person may be brilliant at solving complex problems, but until those problems become a solution that can help someone improve a process or address a need, that talent remains largely an untapped potential. The world can never celebrate someone who does not create a value. The world does not celebrate talent alone, but the world celebrates and reward value. This can be a difficult truth because, we often grow up believing that talent is already enough. We hear phrases like, follow your gifts, just be talented. Yet, history and everyday life shows you and I that talent without application rarely changes life or make an impact. Imagine having a rare seed. The seed now is your talent. It has enormous potential, but potential is not same as a harvest. The seed must first of all die to the ground. It must be watered and used to produce something beneficial. Only until then, the value will never be visible. This leads to another important question I'd like to throw to you and I. How do we transform talent into a value? First, I'm going to be telling you three ways. Number one, understand the problem that many people are having. Value is created when needs are being met, a challenge is solved, and experience is being improved. Secondly, try to develop your intention, your talent intentionally, rather. The natural ability might open door to you, but consistent growth of that your talent keeps the door open. The more refined your talent becomes, the greater the value it has. Third, think beyond yourself. I remember when I started this podcast, I had a lot of words, discouraging words from people around, you know, and the economy around, things around, the trend around my country in Nigeria. We hardly involved in audio podcasting like that, to listen. If you are not popularly known, you don't have a platform, you've already grown before people know you, or you are featured on TV stations. So people hardly have that time to listen to growing, voices like ours. So, but I loved it. I ventured into it. I did it out of passion. I could tell you that in a year, sometimes I could just have maybe like 10, listeners on my podcast. Was it discouraging? Yes, it was. But it never stopped me because I was looking at the long-term value and not the short-term result. The short-term result might lead me into an instant abruption of my pursuit, my vision. But the long term was that it doesn't matter how it is now, people are going to find it resonating someday because it's going to apply value to their life, their relationship, it's going to apply value to their self growth, it's going to apply value to their businesses and their financial life. So I continued unrelenting. And today, I could tell you that when I go through my statistics on my podcast channel, I see more than 200 views in less than 30 days. So you can see that this is a gradual thing. Developing your talent intentionally, you keep doing it. You keep looking for better ways to make yourself better. You don't stop. Do you understand me? Yes. Thirdly, I told us to think beyond ourselves. Talent often begins as something personal, but value emerges when it serves others. Ask yourself, who is benefiting from what I can do? The most influential people in the world are not necessarily the most talented. They are often the people who have learned to connect their abilities to the needs of others. Consider the teachers we have. Their talent may be communication, but their value is helping people to understand better. Consider the entrepreneurs. Their talent may be innovation. Their value is creating solutions to the economy, to people, to lives. Consider leaders. Their talent might be vision. Their value is guiding people towards a better future. Now, the common thread is not about the talent itself. It's about the contribution that the talent makes around itself. So perhaps the better question shouldn't be, what is my talent right now? But the question should be, what does my value, what value does my talent create? Because talent is your starting point. It's not your destination. A talent that remains hidden is automatically a potential. A talent that serves others becomes a value. And a talent that consistently creates value becomes a legacy. So as you reflect on your own gifts, don't just ask whether you have talent. Ask whether your talent is making a difference. Ask if it is solving problems. Check if it's creating opportunities. Check if it's inspiring people. Check if it's improving lives. In the end, your talent is not measured by what you possess. It is measured by the value you create with it. So is your talent a value? I put this to you. Not automatically, but it can become one when you choose to use it in the right way that matters. Please do share this podcast, this episode. Follow this episode. Follow this podcast. Share it to your friends. All right. And in case you want to build a very, very good responsive website, Momziba is very, very good at that. All right. So you can send me your message via momziba.com or momziba@gmail.com. Till next time, I remain your host, Momziba. Bye now.